Mr. Freeman, what is the historical significance of this story?
I think it's has great significance historically. This is an incident of American history that has been pretty much under the rug, but not so much hidden, just not available. Story has been floating around for many years, and but it's a movie whose time has come. That's why it's Spielberg, DreamWorks, and all of us involved in it now. The significance of it in terms of American history is large because I think there's a great lesson in here to tell us who we are, who we were 150 years ago, 160 years ago, and who we are now as a result of that. You know, it's great stuff in the movie that tells us that, you know, that who we are is who we were. But if we don't know who we were, we can't really know who we are. That's a great statement in there. And I think this will kind of help us along in that. I play Michael Jodson. Not Michael. You're Michael. I play Theodore Jodson. I'm sitting here thinking Michael Contich. His name is a great name. Theodore Jodson, and he's an abolitionist, you know, wealthy abolitionist. And one of the things that is going to make people sit up is the notion of a black man in the 1800s who might be wealthy. You see, we are under such misapprehensions. That's what I mean about ourselves, all of us. So I keep saying us because can't use they and them. But this guy was very active in the abolitionist movement, having been probably a slave himself at some young age, you know. And now he's free, he's educated, and so he's doing whatever he can to remove this scourge from American soil, you know, because in a real sense, America would not be able to support slavery very long anyway. Constitution wouldn't continue to allow it. Sure that what we experience are scars, but more of the thing about the South that nails us all, number one, there, and keeps us fighting the same battles that we fight is a sense of tradition. There was this very strong sense of tradition there, and in order to shift that, you've got to make some sort of strong impact, and I don't know, nobody knows yet how to do that. We continually struggle with ourselves in terms of that. You know, we're still pretty much, in general terms, separatists in the South. The blacks are over here, the whites over here, the Southerners here, the Northerners there. You know, it's part of the heritage of being Southern, you know. And we're struggling, we really are struggling to wrench ourselves around so that we can be facing forward when we reach the next millennium, the 21st century. I'm in love with this man. I think he's one of the, just as a new phase, he's beautiful. He's, I think, deeply committed to this profession. Watching him work, it's quite an experience. You know, you can't believe that he does the things that he does, and this is his first film. You know, it's just wonderful. I have great hopes for his career, him and his career. If you speak about something from the distance of history, it's one thing. If you're born into slavery, an interviewer was just in here with a stump, no hand here. I said, where did you leave the hand? He said, I was born this way. So he never knew what it was to have a hand. So he didn't miss the hand. If I'm born into slavery, I don't know what freedom really is. Do I eat well? Do I have a job? Do I have a place to stay? Do I get laid? That's pretty much all I need, right? Can I avoid getting whipped, beaten, killed, if I keep my nose clean. But that's true in any feudal society. It's not just a country that has slaves. It's also a country that has serfs. It's also true in a country where a feudal form of society exists. Can you get? Do you have a place to live? Any kind of hut, you know. Can you eat? Can you get laid? Can you avoid being killed? Because in these societies, being killed is probably just a matter of where you are and whether or not you bow low enough, you know. Feudal Japan. This guy said, well, what happened? Didn't bow low enough. Whoa, okay. You know? So it's just a matter of time and place. We have a judgment about it from here, which is fine. You know, we should have. But from there, I think you would look at it completely different. You know? A lot of plantations that had slaves were just like any other corporation. Everybody had to go out and hunt. You know, you have to get the crop planted, you have to see to it being raised, and then you had to get it in. Every agrarian society operates like that. Everybody is a slave to the land. I think that the best slaves were those who were agrarians. The rest of them died. They couldn't handle the work. Farmers, you know what I mean?